This is a story about me working with the band General Public and becoming good friends with the drummer, Andrew Grocott, but everybody knows him by the name of Stoker. I was working at a recording studio in Bristol, Pennsylvania called Corporate Studios. It was a small 16 track, 2-inch Scully machine, and they had a sound workshop console there. And MIDI was a new thing, and I physically built a room for them, and we did all put all these MIDI instruments in there in a computer, and I kind of learned all that stuff to run that. Well, they were advertising that in the newspaper as a studio, and this one guy wanted to come over and see the studio, and he was looking for a job, and it was this English guy. And to make a long story short, he was the drummer from General Public, Stoker. And he just got married. And what was his wife's name? She was in the movie called The Office, Lori Engler. And she was from Philadelphia, and that's how he landed over here. But he had this charming English accent, and everybody loved him. And they said, oh, he should be an engineer in the studio. But the more I talked to him, the more I found out he didn't know what he was talking about. And the owners there, they were just smitten by his English accent. And it seemed like the people that recorded in the studio didn't mind that he didn't know what he was talking about, and recorded with them. And he learned things as he went along. But I was kind of on to what was going on here. But they did a tour with General Public, and he brought the tour bus there, and he brought the whole band into the studio. And I met Ranking Roger and the other guy, Dave. I forgot his last name. But Roger was really nice. They had their new album, and he said, let's listen to it. And I went out to the car and listened to him. I gave him some critiques on it, and he was open to the critiques, which was really nice. But Stoker, I ended up becoming good friends with him, opened a ton of doors for him, got him a job at Queen Village Recording Studio, and there was this little 8-track studio at 1020 RPM, got him a job there, and he eventually he got divorced from Lori and moved out to California, and he happened to become the engineer for, so what was the big rap star? And they gave him a credit of Stoker the Chicken Choker on the album. Oh, what was his name? But anyways, he moved out to California and he stayed out there. But we kind of drifted apart, and but that's my General Public story. Oh, and Stoker also played drums for Dexy's Midnight Runners, which is kind of interesting too. So there you go. It's you got to watch out when people with English accents come over, and everybody assumes they know what they're talking about. Nothing against English people, but people really need to prove themselves before you give them the responsibilities of doing recordings. So there you go.